Hey there, my name is Memo. This is my channel, Houseplanty Goodness. Welcome. This is a place where I like to geek out about my big passion, which is tropical houseplants. And yeah, if you like videos like the one that you're just about to see, do consider dropping a like down below. It lets me know that you like this type of content and I should bring out more like it. If you like content like this generally and you've got a ever-growing houseplant collection like I do, consider subscribing as well. Every week I'll try to bring out between 2 and 3 videos, and you can stay up to date with all my craziness and all the plant journey that I'm on as well. So today's topic is this little plant in front of me, and I'm trying not to jostle it too much. And I'll bring it up closer to the camera and hopefully it is focusing. This is a slightly more common houseplant that I've recently added to my collection, and it's bringing me a lot of joy, so I thought I'd talk about it. This plant, again, is the Mimosa pudica, or sensitive plant. And let me just demonstrate really quickly why it's called the sensitive plant. If I just tap it, you'll be able to see that not only do the leaves go together, but the stems will drop down as well. And it's a very cool plant, especially if you maybe want to get small children excited about plants, because you don't get a lot of plants that are that quick in terms of their movement and reaction to stimuli. So I know there's a lot of videos out there about the Mimosa pudica, especially on YouTube, so I don't want to drone on too much, but I want to talk a bit more about my experiences with it, what I do to keep it happy, especially if this is maybe being looked at by people that are adding it to their personal collection, or even people that are just adding it to their household plant collection because they've got little ones and they want to get them excited a bit in terms of plants. The one thing I will warn parents that are getting this for small kids is a couple of things. One, these plants, apparently it hasn't happened yet in my care with this plant because I don't keep fiddling with it or touching it. They do build up a tolerance if they then start seeing, because obviously it uses quite a bit of energy for the plant to do that movement. They start recognizing if something isn't a threat, so you might need to whack it harder in order to get it to respond if the kids are touching it all the time, because it's now realizing that, you know what, this isn't a threat because nothing's ever happening to me. I'm still here. No animal has eaten me. So that's then, it's going to lead me into a minute as to why it does what it does. The other thing to note as well, and this is something that I discovered recently, and I don't know whether or not you might be able to see it if I bring it in really close, potentially on that stem there, is it also has tiny thorns. Very much so like a rose bush. So just bear that in mind with little kids when they're whacking this. There's also thorns on this as well. So this plant really does not like to draw attention to itself, and if it does draw attention to itself, it's got the thorns in order to deter other animals from eating it. Now, things to know about this plant. Give it as much light as you possibly can. It loves to be in bright light if you can give it to it. And in terms of the soil, you would assume because of the movement, because of everything else, you need to keep it quite saturated. No, this needs to dry and then you water it. And you can see some of the yellowing that I've had on some of the lower leaves down below. I don't know if that's coming up on the camera there. I'll bring it in a bit closer so you can see. That is because I was slightly underwatering it. So I kind of finally got the balance right on where I need to let it dry to and then water it essentially and then flush it through. The other really cool thing to note about this plant, like the prayer plants, at night it will close its leaves. So that's something to bear in mind. Also, when it comes to dropping the stems and closing the leaves, it's a relatively temporary thing. They will bounce back within a few minutes. So really fast growing plant, I will say that as well. I've been fertilizing it every second or third watering. I think it doesn't even need that much fertilization. But a plant that also will go towards flower and seed quite quickly, and the easiest way you can propagate them is through the seed. And I'm not going to go into that because I haven't had mine push out blooms or seeds yet, but there are other videos on YouTube. I would suggest you go and have a look at some of those. But a very cool plant to get either kids excited about it, and to be fair, I'm a full-blown adult and I'm still kind of like, oh, this is kind of cool, look at this plant. Obviously I'm not going to sit there and like poke it all the time, but it's a very cool little plant. It's one that I was hesitant to add into my collection because you can find it so readily everywhere. And I know that they can be temperamental at times. They can grow quite leggy as well. So the best thing you can do is chop it back and it will bush out. I don't think you can propagate the chopped bits. As I said, it's mainly best to do it through seed. But yeah, really, really cool plants. Even if you've got a large collection, who doesn't like something that will bring a bit of whimsy into your collection? This is definitely one that will bring a bit of whimsy in your collection. That's it. Relatively quick, simple video for today talking about the sensitive plant, the Mimosa pudica. If you've got any questions, comments, drop it down below. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Hopefully some of you have actually got this weirdo of a plant and you want to share your experiences with people. But yeah, in the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed. Hopefully I shall see you here soon, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks. Bye.